Okay, we're on like take 1,000. Hello! Like, you guys, I've been trying to do this video and put this message out there for like over an hour now. And I keep like being like, doop, 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 delete, 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 delete. No, I'm not gonna delete this one. So if a distraction pops up, like, woo, I'm just gonna roll with it and I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna keep on going. And you know what? That's what we have to do daily. Like when distractions pop up, that means greatness or something amazing is about to happen. It does. It really does. That means you're on the brink of breakthrough. That's why the enemy's fighting you so hard. So you know what? No matter what distraction pops up now and then or whatever while I'm doing this video, I'm just going to keep on going. I'm going to keep on rolling. Hallelujah. I love you. Oh, dear. I don't know. Okay, check it out. So I was going to do a video on my top stress reducer of the day, right? And this morning when I was having my quiet time and I was just like, oh, no. Like, you guys, I just sat here and I was just thinking in my head, like, you know, what's my top stress reducer for the day? What's it going to be? And I just started crying. I just like, God spoke to my heart and I just... like it, oh gosh, you guys. So it brought me back to, okay, here we go. So my verse of the day was in Hebrews 11, right? It was Hebrews 11, right? And I just love the verse of the day because all the Olympians have been putting out the verse of the day and it shows their faith and their strength is in God. Oh, I love it. And today I wrote her name. I wrote her little name down. It was Jordan Gray, and she was like she held the world record for the decathlon. Girl, hello. So she talked about the verse of the day. And what it was like having faith. And faith is having like confidence in what we can't see, right? Hello. So faith is the confidence in what we hope for and the assurance of what we can't see. Hello. It's just having confidence and walking by faith and not by sight. Let me tell you guys. And so when I was reading that verse, and then I was thinking in my head, what's my top stress reducer going to be? It's like God brought me back to a place in my life where I remember, like, I had unshakable faith. And I was kind of thinking back in my head, when did that start? And I was like, you know what? And I get emotional and starting to spit. You guys, sometimes, I just sat still and said, God took me back and said, remember this and this and this. And I just was like, guys, like, I've never not had, like, God has brought me through so much, so many different times. Like, He is fighting for you at all times. It says in Exodus, it says, be still. No. That song, be still, know that I'm God. But it says in Exodus, the Lord will fight for you. You only need to be still. And God is fighting for us. We just need to be still. He's been fighting for us since we were born. Listen, when you've got a huge destiny on your life and you've got big things ahead of you and you are destined for greatness, which we all are, because God makes no mistakes. Like, He made us all with intention and a purpose, right? I'm telling you, the purpose of life is find out what that gift is that God put inside you. And the meaning of life is to go out and use that gift and love others and spread hope and joy. I'm telling you. So use your gift that God has given you and serve others, because that's what we're here for. We're here for each other. We really are stronger together. And that's communicating. When you're communicating towards each other, like, hey, I love you. You're good at this. You're good at that. You know, I'm praying for you. Gosh, you know, it makes life a lot easier. You're less stressed. Like, whoo. You know why one of the top stress reducers was, remember? It was like having a dog. And it said, because dogs are non-judgmental, because dogs show you unconditional love. The unconditional love that you only get from the father, a mother, a dad. Listen, unconditional love, non-judgmental love. Like, that's what dogs are. So that was the top stress reducer in the book for dogs. That's why having a dog, because they don't judge you. They just love you. It doesn't matter how many times you've messed up. They just love you. Like, oh my gosh. And that's what we need to do. We just need to love on each other. So communicate with each other. You're going to Who knows? You don't know when you're walking by somebody what they're going through, what they're battling. You never know. So you just telling them, hey, I'm proud of you. Hey, I love you. Ooh, you look good. I mean, be genuine, be real. And if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Just kind of like, whoo, keep it rolling, smiling, keep it rolling. But you know what? The people that are around you, when you're communicating with them, like if something's not going right, don't hold it in. You guys communicate, work it out. That's why a lot of marriages, like they don't last or anything, because people don't communicate nowadays. Like a lot of people, they're kind of lazy and they kind of act like, the word I want to say I can't say, but they don't act, they just avoid conflict because they don't want to face it, because they don't want to deal with it. Like, no, you deal with it, okay? You got something, you got an issue, you talk about it, you talk it out, and you never know, sometimes we make up the craziest things in our head, and then, that wasn't even the whole issue. That wasn't even what was going on. But you know what? You would have known that if you would have communicated, and you could have like saved yourself from not getting fired or a divorce or this or that. I don't know, but communicating, when you know, and it's easier to just go. Hello. Ooh, I just flowed there. Did you get that? Did you hear it? Did you see it? But I'm telling you, like, really, like when you're communicating with each other and really telling each other how you feel, and you're honest and you're genuine about it, you're going to help reduce someone's stress. And then you're going to make them feel better. So you're going to feel better because you helped. Because heal people, right? So when you're saved and you save others, woo! And when you're going, like, it says, like, when you're going through the roughest time, or you're having a hard time, or like the best thing to do is go out and help somebody. Because helping and loving on each other, I'm telling you, it's the power of love. The power of love gives you energy. The power of love saves. The power of love heals. So communicate, let people know that you love them. So if you have family, mom, dad, brothers, friends, whatever, tell them you love them, you are proud of them, okay? So I was just thinking about that today, and God put it on my heart. Like, when my mom passed away, and when my mom passed away, she, so I grew up in my faith, going to church, Christian, So listen, my mom is Christian, we're all Christian, but I never knew, or maybe I was just so crazy, like back in the day, like I never knew that my mom continued to pray for me every day. And so God put this on my heart because he brought me back to a time when it said in my verse of the day, it's like having faith, having faith on what isn't seen, right? And let me tell you guys, I kind of was like thinking, when did my faith start? When did I get so much faith? What did I go through that made me know that I was just, there was never a time. Like, I know when I was born, I just knew, like, no matter what was going on, like, everything was going to get better. Like, this and that, like, I just always knew that God was there, and God was making a place. And no matter how bad or what was going on, like, God had such a huge plan and destiny. And listen, I'm telling you guys, before I could speak, I knew this. Like, I did. I can't tell you how or why, but I knew it. And then I had my dad telling me he saw it and he knew it too. So then I'm even more filled up. But let me tell you guys, you guys, oh my gosh, I remember being like incarcerated, being in jail and stuff like that, and being like like going off the grid. And I remember being like, gosh, you know what? So scared, so like, whoa, but always knowing something, knowing I wasn't doing right, but knowing something deep down in me, and knowing that wasn't the end, that God was going to pull me through this stronger and better before, and I was going to use whatever I'm going through to help save others. Like, I just knew it, right? And so that goes with, like, you walk by what's not faith. Faith is having assurance in what we can't see. Hello, right? So no matter how far off the grid you've gone, like, you've got to have faith in God that you have a big destiny, that there's greatness ahead of you. No matter how bad it gets, you've got to have faith. You've got to have faith. And I just pray and I thank God every day for that unshakable faith. Like, let me tell you. And I remember, so you guys, when you know, right? So communicate. My mom, before she passed away, and after she passed away, I found little letters that she wrote, and she'd been praying for me, like Because, I mean, I went off. I was hurting. Like, I went off the grid for a while, okay? Hello. But you know what? No matter how far off the grid I went, God never let me fall. He always picked me up. And because I had a praying grandmother and a praying mother, like, ooh, I'm telling you the power of prayer. Like, I was protected. I had a shield of protection. Like, no matter how far I went, God was always going to bring me back. He was going to bring me back. And you know what? Communication, there you go. My mom, if she would have told me, if she would have told me she was praying for me, and maybe she did tell me this, I don't know. Like, back in the day when I was off the grid, like, guys, I was off. Like, so who knows what I was doing or what I was thinking or whatever. But I don't ever remember her. I never knew that she prayed for me until I found those little notes, little letters. And if she would just communicated, Brookie, I'm praying for you. Like, my mammy told me that. My mammy always told me. But if my mom, I don't know. You guys, listen, life is short. Life is short. So when you love people, you love them and you tell them that you love them. If you're praying for someone, you tell them that you're praying for them. Because listen, then they know, they have that assurance that whatever they're going through, listen, power of prayer, baby. God is working all things out for your good. So no weapon formed against you shall prosper, I'm telling you. So, but it just brought me back to this place that I remember having the last conversations with my mom before she passed away. And the things that she was telling me and how I was like telling her I'm sorry. And I remember just the unconditional love that she was like, no matter how bad you were, bro, you could never do anything for me to keep from loving you. And anyways, yeah, I just knew I was gonna cry if I talked about this. I don't know where I was going with that, but like, if you love someone, you tell them that you love them, because you never know. You guys. And then even my dad, like when he dropped me off when I was 15, he dropped me off at school. Like, I had a fit in the car because, so I would anyways, whatever. My dad dropped me off, and the last thing my dad said to me was, baby, just be cool. Just be cool. Chill out. That's the last thing my dad said to me. Anyways, I'm telling you, communication is a stress reducer. You can be reducing someone else's stress just by communicating, and then also getting stuff off your chest by communicating. That's going to relieve your stress so you can stay calm and cool. But God just brought that to my heart, and I just remember sitting there thinking and talking to my mom, having the last conversations with her, and I never knew that she like been praying so hard for me. Whoo. Listen, so I don't, but the long story of this message is, or the whole is, communicate with people. Everybody, you got to communicate. We got to lifting people up, especially the ones that you love. You got to tell them that you love them. Listen, life is short. Like, listen, it's all good. It's all good though. It's all good. Don't ever leave anything on the table. You let people know. Hello. But I was just crying, just thinking about how strong my mom was, and just how she persevered, and how she no matter how, like guys, I was, for 5 years, like I was like off the grid. Like, we're talking movie. We're like talking, okay, girl. I got stories. I was, they were naughty, but like I remember being in jail, holding a Bible, like cussing like a storm, but being like, no, guys, no, you gotta know that his word is true. I'm serious. I remember doing that. Like, that's little glimpses. I wasn't acting right, but I knew it. But I knew without a doubt that there was something so great, and I just had to keep on going. So I'm telling you, I was in, anyways. So they gave my mom 60 days to live. She lived 3 more years to see me clean and sober and woo, the Brookie that she knew, right? And I got to have conversations, like some of her last conversations with her right there. I can't go there. I don't want to cry again. Because she was so great, guys. I miss her so much. Guys, so anyways, communicate with people. Communicate with them. Always tell them that you love them. And don't ever go to bed angry. I'm gonna tell you, 'cause you never know. You just never know what's gonna happen, what's going on. Not saying you gotta fear it, because God's gonna take care of all of it. Like, I have so much peace knowing that my mom and my dad are together and that they're looking down on me every day. But this morning, when God put this on my spirit, it's just to communicate, and it brought me back to a time when I was just like, I had my faith, and then I saw my mom going through what she had to go through, and it brought me back to a time that I was like, whoa. You know what? My purpose in life is to spread joy, to spread hope, and to make people feel beautiful. My mom made people feel beautiful. Like, I grew up in the beauty shop. My dad made people feel beautiful. I was like, I want to honor my mom and dad with my life. Like, I want to honor God, first of all, with my life. But it says, you gotta honor thy mother and father, right? Since, I know we go through our times, but listen, like, that is my purpose. That's my purpose. The most amazing parents ever. Whew! That's it, guys. Have unshakable faith. Tell people, communicate. That's the top stress reducer of the day is communication. You love them, tell them you love them. If something's not right, tell them that. Don't avoid a conflict. Don't just tell people what they want to hear. That's just being like a PUSSY. Okay, it really is. Okay, it is. You're not acting too. You're acting like a little girl. Anyways, that's it. No distractions. Not gonna redo this video. You love them. Tell them you love them. Show them. You got to show them, and you got to tell them, because actions do speak louder than words. Hello. So you might be saying one thing, but you might be acting another way. Whew. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so off track. Oh, see, I just got emotional. I got emotional. Unconditional love. You have it. You have it. It's right there. And you have it, because God is there for you all the time. And so he's going to put people in your path because he wants you to be blessed here on the life of the living, right? So he's going to give you whatever your heart's desires. Psalm 37:4, if you delight yourself in the Lord, he will give you your heart's desires. He said in Psalms 20, he said, now know this, I will hold victory for the anointed. For those who walk uprightly. And that's you, baby. You're walking uprightly and you're walking for him. You're anointed. And he's got victory. It says in the Bible, he wants to take you from victory to victory, from glory to glory. So you guys get excited and know that you have another victory on your way. But in the meantime, while on your way to your next victory, tell people around you that you love them. And stay ready. Get ready for overflow. All right. I hope you guys get something out of that. I love you.